it goes back to the Chiron person has a wound, and the Chariklo person allows the Chiron person to feel perfectly safe to share their pain. And this is the healing. And I will tell you the mythological Chiron Chariklo story. You'll see how it relates to this. So, Chiron was a centaur, and there was a wood nymph named Chariklo. Some stories had her being a handmaiden for Athena, but she lived in the forest, and she was perfectly content to be a wood nymph. But one day she spied a clearing Chiron, and she fell instantly in love with this centaur. But she knew that he wouldn't have anything to do with her because she was a wood nymph. So she used her wood nymph magic, and she transformed herself into a centaur and went up to him. And he fell instantly in love with her. So she became a centaur to be with him. Now, what makes this so healing is that when Chiron was born, the very first thing he heard was his mother, who took one look at him and said, "Get this monstrosity out of my sight. I never want to see it again." And his father, who happened to be Saturn or Kronos, had left right after he impregnated his mother. So he was abandoned by his father, rejected by his mother, and told he was a monster. Now, unlike human babies, in mythology, the creatures are aware at birth. So he had to carry this. First thing he heard was he was a monster with him. So it had to shape his self-image.
Thank goodness Asclepius came along to adopt him, right?
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know that part of the story, Chiron had help. Yes.
But so if you think about it, imagine you're this creature that your whole life up until this point, you don't even want to look at your reflection in a river because you'll see that it's a monster. And here was this creature who not only shows you non-judgmental love, but thinks you are so beautiful that she transforms herself into the same form to be with you. Can you imagine the healing to his psychology that must have taken place? And that's the story that helps define the Chiron Chariklo relationship.